Somebody make a noise. Okay, just checking to make sure desktop audio is heard. It is. Okay, dokie, artichokes. Ah! Excuse me. We are extra quiet today. Because I saw it says fractimonious, but all I thought in my head was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah! Lil John!
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Hopefully he'll hop on.
Yeah. But like I said, if he doesn't, whatever happens in now in sleep is not Candela's fault.
Everybody have a good day.
I almost thought my supervisor was exposed to Tarkin talk today. That was terrifying. Have y'all been following Tarkin talk discourse on TikTok?
Oh, Tarkin?
Tarkin talk. Just look up Claudia Says' account. Or just look at the hashtag Tarkin Talk and you'll see what a fucking dumpster fire it is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you don't have to do it right now. You can spare your eyes briefly. Apparently, Grand Moff Tarkin had the hots for TK-421, according to a mouse droid on the Death Star. It's in an actual book.
That's kind of funny.
And from that, it's just been a spur of the most chaotic and cursed ships people can think of in Star Wars. I made myself a Lula.
So cute.
She's so tiny. She's tinier than in the show, but I love her. She's kind of pointy too. It's hard to cuddle her because her ears poke me. But
Super cute though.
you're watching her videos.
Oh, there's just a lot of videos about Tarkin being gay. It's like him being
Describe something that's both gay and homophobic. Grand Moff Tarkin.
Okay.
just the audio.
They really looked at those two things and said, why not both?
Why not? Porque no los dos? But yeah, that's in existence now.
Like,
And
I like how they had
it has plagued my brain for the weekend.
I like how they had they put someone fucking like a very sus country song when he and Anakin had words when he was a captain, and he's just looking at Anakin like squinting his eyes and just like,
I want to thank him, but I kind of want to knock him out. That kind of shit. I'm like, no.
That's generally everyone who meets Anakin.
Yeah.
It's like he's gay.
Yeah.
I want to thank him.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to punch him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's turned into a rabbit hole. It's turned into a rabbit hole. I don't really have announcements tonight because I'm like dead ass tired.
I feel you.
Yeah. I survived today on pure spite and just wanting to cause chaos. Which I did when I entered the call and asked you guys, what if I drew sad?
No.
Yeah, what if I drew depression? And y'all were like, no.
Well, I mean, I don't have too much planned for tonight.
Okay.
So it'll be kind of just a chill-ish day. So hopefully Mitch will jump on. He's been like on and off, like I think he's having an issue with his internet. If I'm guessing anything, I'm guessing it's the internet.
Yeah.
So
there's very little chance he would sleep through all of those. All of the. He's gonna finally get it sorted out. He's gonna open his Facebook, inundated with missed calls, and like, get your bitch ass in now.
Missed calls and just a fuck ton of emojis from Brian.
Bring this thine out.
Just a reminder, we still are on hiatus for both GKC and Fandelver. Fandelver, I don't know when that's coming back, honestly. I'm sorry, guys. GKC should be back by the end of the month, though, when Icarus is back from his trip to see Percy. Yeah. And their videos, their Markiplier alter ego videos have been adorable that they've been doing. But yeah. This Wednesday, hopefully, let's put it into existence. We have our next session of Adarim Misfits. It was supposed to be Revenge of the 5th last week. Kitsune's just like, that's okay, we can do it next week. And I'm just like, oh no.
I apologize. It's just Alice and I got kicked in the ass with those vaccines.
Yeah.
Why is something that's supposed to prevent my death making me want to die?
Honestly, that's honestly how it felt.
No, you guys were like out of it for like 2 or 3 days too.
Laying in bed like death would be preferential to this bullshit.
Yeah, we were out of commission the day after the vaccine, and even in like the first half of the 3rd day.
Yeah.
I felt like major headache and some nausea, but it went away as soon as I had food.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Yeah, so hopefully our next session for Adarim Misfits is this Wednesday. Tales of Yggdrasil is Thursday at mfchief_ here on Twitch. Yeah, that's all I can think.
Cool. You guys, anything that you guys have to announce before we get started?
I need to update my Teespring. I will get to it when I get to it.
I have an announcement, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that I love you guys. Hello. So I'm gonna start doing this one-shot campaign that's a little different than a normal campaign. So each session will be 1 level higher. It's basically you create a character at level 1, and if you survive, you go to the next level. Or if you just jump in, you come in at that level just with base stuff, and then if you find stuff and you survive, you get to keep that stuff, and then we're just going to go from 1 to 20 and then start over, or maybe do like an epic, but that's going to be like occasional Saturdays. So I decided that there's enough people that just want to play D&D every once in a while, or just want to play like a different character, that there's a demand for it. So that'll be probably this Saturday. And I'm going to try to talk to Dom about getting set up for streaming. So it might be my first Twitch stream. So
Ooh, awesome.
But yeah, that's my announcement. Also, I love you guys.
Yes.
All I have is whoever purchased the hoisted poster off of Society 6. Thank you. Not sure who that was. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else? Nobody? Okie doo. So, last time, the party started to progress towards Creston, and along the way, they found Liraz, who set up her shop in the middle of the road, just chilling out, selling stuff. She had a bunch of different things like bottles of eyeballs and vases, pebbles, stuff like that. She had a lantern on there and a random key, but it had the Leishman symbol on it. So the party decided to take that. Liraz asked the group if she could go with them towards Creston since she had her own things to do in there, but kind of needed the company since, she's a little fucking crazy. La 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 la. She also passively told the group how about she remembered something being dug up from the ground. It was shiny, and then just went in her brain. Dowling went to the aviary to send his message, and Uriel filled in everything that happened with the Leishman to the chiefess. They reached the capital and then took another day or two to head to Willow, which is where Sean, the Brightwood elf boy, and his other friends were. They were in the streets trying to put up flyers, sporting their paranormal group, Pandor, aka the paranormal activist newly dedicated to otherworldly research. Sean was the little brother of Harrison, and is very enthusiastic about paranormal activity and stuff like that. They were going to go and visit Fort Fleta, since it is so old that they're like, we might as well go check there if we're going to find any ghosties. They also heard a mysterious story about a man who is buried near there who is called the Lazy Servant. They aren't sure of what it exactly means or what kind of servant he was or to whom he was serving. But the group decided to rest and get a good night's sleep before the next day. The party did convince the paranormal group to let them join. Dallin promised 10 iron to the group in whole in case anything goes wrong in the investigation portion of the trip. Then Calypso talked to Darion about trying to push back against his grasp. Darion retaliated with going on and on and on about his day as a god and all of his duties. Dallin also talked to Abner asking for protection. And the party has decided to rest in the nearby inn before heading out the next day for Fort Fleta. So, once upon a time.
How long ago?
I was a hoe.
How is that?
I was not a hoe, but anyway. So you guys have had a good night's rest. It is bright and early in the morning. You guys have stayed in the local inn. Is there anything that you guys would like to do as this morning goes on?
Just go through my routine with my spells.
Okay.
I have something to say. I made my mother truffles out of pecans, shredded coconut, lots of powder stuff, and a little bit of orange zest, and I put it into balls, and then I dipped them in chocolate, and I used the ingredients that I made to make the truffles, and I put them in my freaking ice cream, dog. This is fire. This is fire.
You have an
Honestly, wait.
What is an ice cream dog?
Are there any more truffles?
There are lots of truffles.
Can I have some?
Yes, you may.
Can you bring
We
me
can-
one?
Oh, I have to do the work, huh?
Because I'm
Okay.
the DM, I have to.
IDMing right now. I need truffles.
Thank you. You're a blessing.
I have orange cake. I didn't make it, but I have it.
Because he's not here, he's gonna fall victim to a prank. Candela is gonna sneak into Dowit's room after she wakes up when he's asleep and spill one of her bags of ball bearings on the ground as quietly as she can near his bed before sneaking back out.
Roll me stealth.
This is gonna go
First of
well. This is gonna go just peachy.
It's an orange flavored, orange shaped gummy.
11.
You successfully go in and put the ball bearings down. These are the truffles.
I want one.
Ooh.
They're delicious.
I want one. I want.
They look delicious.
And I tiptoe my way out. I go through my morning Hercules workout routine before I head down for breakfast. It's Hercules workout routine, but I sing "Be a Man" from Mulan.
I mean, you come from a monastery, you both be a lot more likely to. Hey, you boy. I wonder if there's a good mashup.
No, I'm in a monastery. You watch Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
I listened to "Put a Ring on It" by Beyonce. If you like me, should put a ring on it. If you like me, should put a ring on it. Whoa.
That's a ridiculous part of that movie. And that movie
It
was
was
all.
the best part of the movie. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't say it was bad. I said it was fucking ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I only come to the realization that both actors are named Benedict. So you have to wonder how they had to address one another on stage. Benedict 1, Benedict 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay, yeah, that's what I do. Why do I keep rhyming? I hate this.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything this morning? Yes, Uriel.
As I did mention last time, I will be doing my something akin to a morning prayer to the Bhatia, since we are so close. Like, oh hey, by the way, everything's on fire. See if we can get any sort of defined heads up on anything.
So you want to communicate with Bhatia?
Yes.
Roll religion.
Religion. Hopefully, when I do this thing later, I will have a better religion. But it also makes sense currently why he's only 2 dice. 16.
16. Hold on. I'm making a shuffle.
Yeah, I love how like I rolled the 16. We're keeping the 16. I then set. I just kind of like bet my dice on my table. 20. Like, you son of a bitch! Don't you fucking do this to me, did I?
So 16. So, are you holding the coin or?
Yeah, I'm sort of like doing the like thing in my hand. The
Yeah,
thing I
so
can't actually do in real life because I really want to though.
you feel that familiar wind blow through you. It's weird. It's still weird. You're not quite used to it yet. It's a very. It's not just being cold. It's not just wind. It's like it's like an essence or a presence moves through every particle of your body. It's very strange. Um, and you hear her in your head, like you have been, say, yes.
Okay. I will eventually get used to that. So we're nearby. Turns out people have been looking for these or not looking for these. Some people have been looking for them for quite a long time, and a gaggle of kids finds it. That's nuts. So we managed to talk to the kids and leading us there, but we're also trying to save them the spooky. Um, do you know on a scale of 1 to 10 how spooky are we gonna get here? Are we there's a lot of God stuff that I'm gonna keep my eye out for. But if there's actual undead there, like I kind of want to know if it's possible because like I whether we tell these kids to stay in town or not, they're gonna follow us. If the children in my own group being a prime example of not listening for the best of reasons, but they're teenagers. I was a teenager. I didn't listen for shit.
You hear her laugh, and she goes, if those children wanted to search for ghosts, they might as well search for me. I practically am one myself.
I have heard you described that way. Seen it once. That day.
From my divine vision, and I'd hate to spoil their fun, there is nothing spooky, as you would put it. Just the figurative ghosts of the past.
Well, that's good in a way, though those can be fairly dangerous in themselves.
Although that will not stop them from looking.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I can see these three taking many years of their lives to dedicate themselves to the world that is beyond.
Who knows? Maybe they'll find something. Or at least just enough to bring some people closure.
One of them will discover that it's not quite what they wanted.
Well, they're at that age where what they think the world is going to be and who they think they are going to be gets rattled. Let's just hope they have an easier time of it than I did. I hope they're smarter than I was at that age, at the very least.
They're quite clever.
Well, I can tell that. But I just at the end of the day, I just hope I can convince the kid to send his brother a letter.
They're very close. Even though Sean wouldn't like to admit it.
That sounds familiar.
One thing that I can tell you, keep an eye out. There are secrets hidden in that fort.
I look particularly high or particularly low?
Look in the walls.
That's good enough. Clear answer. I am gift better at this.
You just hear her go.
Thank you. I am trying to get better at this. And I will do whatever I can to keep them and my friends safe.
You can call on me at any time.
Thank you.
You feel that wind blow through you again. And the presence leaves.
I faced all sorts of unnatural shit, and that still gives me the willies. Still, he'll tuck his coin back in and get himself presentable and geared up.
Okay. Factum, Inga, anything you guys would like to do this morning?
Fractum is just going to kind of take a look at the town and give the vibe check.
Okay. Roll me perception.
18.
18. Yeah, so this city, it's called Willow. It's very small compared to the other cities that you've been to. It's more of like a village rather than a city. It's very cozy and homey. Everything you see is like handcrafted, handmade, amazing attention to detail. There's lots of like little kids running down the street in the morning, and lots of neighbors coming out and saying good morning and sharing, stories or whatever they've gathered, supplies wise. Everybody seems like one big happy family here. It's very, very cozy.
Are there actual willow trees?
It's surrounded by willow trees.
Fractum will spend time under the shadiest, largest willow.
Okay.
And in their head, they're like, little town, it's a quiet village.
Love it.
Every day, like the one before. And
I
that's
love it.
That's it.
Cool. Yes, Inga. Eating that truffle. Oh, I hear you. Okay.
Okay, hi, sorry. I wanted to do something, but I had a mouthful of coconut goodness. Okay. So this is like morning, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Where is the nearest body of water?
Yeah, there is there's a nearby well. That's kind of more in the center of the town. It's got a little bucket, and you see people here and there like grabbing water and stuff for their day. But there comes a point where there's like most of the people have gotten the water, so you could just go straight up to it.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to talk to my best friend who hates me.
Roll me religion.
Yes.
Even though technically it's not a deity, but
It's fine. It's fine. Hang on, how do I remind me again, how do I on D&D Beyond do rolls for specific things?
Yeah, so you see religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it should have a plus or minus, button on there. press
Yeah.
that. There you go.
Oh. 16.
16. Okay, yeah. So you stare into the well. What do you want to do to get his attention?
I'm gonna slap the water.
Okay. So I can see it so vividly in my head. Okay, so and I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me here. You walk up to that well, kind of like do, peer over. Smack!
Yes!
Water.
Yes, precisely. You understand me so well.
Yes. And you look in that water as the water ripples. And as the ripples kind of come to a slow, you see the very grumpy face of your fish friend. And he goes, what is it, child?
Hello. I just wanted to check on you and see if you're okay.
I was doing just fine, but you have woken me from my nap.
Disturbing your peace is my occupation.
No, your occupation is to go and find information for me.
I'm pretty sure it's to annoy you, but we'll move on. We'll move on from the details. Are you okay?
Yes. It gives me life. Yeah, so he just goes, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Have you found any more information on your travels?
We came back to Creston and we're looking for some young peoples who have been ghost hunting. So if we find ghosts, I'll let you know. But we're just sort of the vibing right now. Yeah.
All right. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay. You know, we went to a circus.
A circus?
Mm-hmm. It
Oh
was
my,
fun.
I've only heard of things like that. Tell me more.
It was really cool. There was a lot of people and lots of people with talent. There was a freshwater siren who was like the big boss of all of it. But then I got distracted and all of my friends had this mission to get a necklace that he had. My friend, she is having visions and dreams of when she was a baby. And when we found the necklace, she said that it was like one in her dream.
What did the necklace look like?
It was either like clear or it was purple. I wasn't paying that much attention. He was just generally fabulous. I think, was it purple? Would I know do it?
It was purple. I had to retcon because I made a mistake. It was purple.
Okay. It was a purple gem of some kind.
Purple gem. Do you perhaps know anything more about this said gem?
We have it. That's it.
You have it.
We have it. We have it. They stole it.
Very interesting. And you can see through the reflection, um, his like angler's light glowing brighter, illuminating his very giant, fishy, wrinkled face with large teeth and beady eyes. Is very monstrous.
That's my best friend.
My best friend. My best friend.
Um, that's all I really know about it. I wasn't there when it happened. I just heard about it after the fact. Yeah, I got a little distracted. There are a lot of tall people who are very strong, and I wanted to talk to them. And then there was a lot of food. And hang on, your light is glowing. You are interested in that. You know something about that gem, don't you?
I know very little about that gem. What I do know is that there are more.
There's more.
If you find more, if you see more, tell me, collect them if you can.
Well, what do they do? What makes them so special?
I'm not quite sure exactly what they do, however, I have heard tales and stories that they could possess a great power.
That's the most general thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But I mean, we can try to collect them. It's not like there's other purple gems out in the world, you know, amethysts, more purple toned garnets. Sure, yeah, it's very going to be very easy to find all of them. Yeah.
These gems are very, very, very special. I would hate for them to get into the wrong hands. Or should I say wrong fins?
You mean me? You okay? So
No,
I get
I'm
it.
not referring to you.
Well, are you talking about you then? Your fins?
No.
Wait, hang on. Whose side are we on?
We're not on anyone's side. We're our own side. We're independent.
Okay, so then who's the wrong side? Just anyone who isn't us?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Do my friends count as us, or is this like a duo partners time sort of thing?
No, it's just you and me.
Okay.
You and me.
Okay.
We're the partners here.
Yes, okay. I just had to clarify. I've been with these people for a while now, and about like the bonds are like we're kind of like this at this point. So I didn't know like because when I say us, I'm okay. Yeah, you've told me that before. Well, okay. Well,
After all, you are my best friend. I don't want to lose you.
You called me your best friend.
Don't read too much into it.
Okay.
That's sus.
Just watch out for those gems.
Okay.
And if you can bring one, show it to me.
Okay.
Now you run along. I have a nap to get started.
I feel it's like you nap all of the time. The only time you're not sleeping is when I'm there. Am I your alarm? Are you in hibernation?
No, I'm just very large and need the rest.
That must be nice being large.
Besides, what else am I going to do? You are my only source of entertainment.
That's right, best friend.
Run along.
Okay, have a good nap.
Thank you. Have a good adventure.
I will.
You can see like he like opens his jaws with all of those teeth, and a bubble comes out from his mouth and makes the water ripple, and he disappears.
Huh. I should learn that trick. How does he? Oh, 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 oh.
Roll me performance.
Oh my god.
See if you can, who knows?
Okay. Oh, 8.
8.
8.
Yeah, so you try and you just burp in the process.
Oh, didn't know I needed to get that out. Okay. I'm gonna also look for Fractum. I'm gonna see what they're doing.
Fractum, are you currently trying to keep yourself concealed?
No, and I probably would have mentioned where I was going. But willow trees, by their very nature, are obfuscous. They obfuscate things. So I would have definitely kept within eyesight of Inga before going underneath.
Inga, roll me perception with advantage.
You also, if you listen with your heart, you'll understand where I am.
Listen with your heart, you will understand.
Oh my god. Hang on. So, advantage is you roll twice and you take the higher number.
Yep.
Yes.
You add your modifiers to that higher number.
Okay.
So you take the high end.
Yep. Just. Oh. Okay. Well, after one roll, that's a 17. The next roll, that's a 2. So taking the higher number,
17.
17, I have a plus. I have a.
It should already add your modifiers, I think.
No, I didn't do that.
If you look on the bottom right of your screen.
No, yeah, but I didn't I didn't tell it to do perception. I did it another way. So we'll plus the 2, that's a 19.
Okay, 19. Okay.
I know exactly where you are.
So yeah, you know where Fractum is, and because Fractum has some of those really pretty like orange tipped wings, you can see a little bit of like just that little bit of orange peeking ever so slightly through those tree branches, and you're like, oh, there they are.
Okay. I like waddle down to Fractum, and then like I don't know, I'll like poke their head or like do this to their head.
Oh, hello, Inga. How are you?
Hello. What you doing?
Well, I don't sleep, but I was just resting under this tree because it just feels so nice to be in the shade of something so big, you know?
I know. I'm small. Most things are big compared to me.
How's your morning going?
It's going good. Nothing crazy is happening. How are you?
I'm doing well. I think I'm excited for this haunted adventure that we're about to embark on.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever met a ghost before. Well, it could be fun.
No, I've only ever almost been a ghost, not the other way around.
That's a story I would like to hear if it is within your boundaries.
Oh, of course. But perhaps another time.
Is by another time? Do you mean like like a couple hours or days another time, or do you mean like when I'm older another time? Because
Well, you'll definitely be older, but
you're right.
I think perhaps when there needs to be a point made, it is one of those stories that comes with a moral.
Huh. Okay. Oh, well, it's one of those like fairy tales that you learn from, and they have like a hidden meaning, and then like they're actually really messed up. It's like that, except in real life.
Yes, exactly like that. I don't know if you're familiar with the Silver Gals. They're a troupe that does performance about the uh, the older years of your life. Um, but the Silver Gals often hide little bits of wisdom in their stories, and that's what this story is. It has a gem of wisdom.
Hmm. That sounds very ominous, but I'm very intrigued.
I think their motto is "grateful for being your pal" or something. I I'll have to remember.
Hmm.
But yes, would you care to join me? I think we're still waiting on the group to get their stuff together, and the shade and the cool breeze are quite wonderful under this beautiful creature here.
Yes, yes, I would love to join. The only way that this would be better if we had a cup of tea and some biscuits.
Hmm. You know, I think we could make a quick jaunt to the inn to grab some of those things and come back.
Are we going to have a picnic?
That would be wonderful. Perhaps we should invite Calypso or
Ah!
or Oriole, or even I guess we could invite the Elk Father.
Maybe he might be asleep again. We'll see.
He does tend to sleep in, doesn't he?
He does. He does. He's a very heavy sleeper.
That's okay. I can't fault him. I'm also, well, back when I did sleep, I would sleep often.
Oh. That's a funny sentence. Back when I did sleep, I slept often. Like
Yes, it was one of my favorite pastimes.
what? Well, why don't you sleep as much anymore?
Well, as part of my pact with my unicorn patron, I've been given what is called the aspect of the moon. Um, it protects me from being put to sleep against my will, and it also allows me to stay awake as long as I need to, whether that be hours or days or years. I I can't remember the last time I actually went to sleep, but for me, that's kind of a good thing. I have terrible dreams when I do sleep.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's kind of a blessing.
Hmm. I don't usually have dreams.
Oh,
And
that's
when I do, they're more like thoughts and concepts than like pictures.
yes. Mine were quite tumultuous.
To what? To huh? What?
Oh, tempestuous. It was very much like the end of the world every time I would enter a dream state.
I don't think that's. Oh, that's scary.
Yes, but not quite as scary as Calypso in the morning before she's had her morning cocktail.
She is kind of scary, but she's so pretty
She is, and
and she's so strong.
deep down, I think she has a good heart somewhere.
Hmm. Somewhere, but she has nice hair. I want to be like her when I'm older.
I think she would appreciate that.
Yeah, at least with how badass she is.
She is a badass. I would agree.
Sarah.
Do not emulate this bitch.
Sad. I like her.
She just thinks she's a cool lady. She wants to be as cool as Calypso. She's got this rockin' hair, cool piercings, bro.
Well, let's go propose a breakfast picnic to the group.
Yes, this is the smartest idea we've had since. Have we had any smart ideas?
I mean, acquiring this little gem, and Fractum will pull out the crystal, and then like tuck it back in, was probably a pretty smart idea.
Could I see that for a moment? All of you guys stole it, but I was distracted.
Oh yeah, the only reason I have it is while you were there. That was some strange business. Here, and or they'll take the necklace off and hand it to Inga.
Huh.
Does it do anything weird, or is it?
Does it do anything weird? Hannah!
What?
Fractum put the crystal in my hand. Does it do anything weird?
Okay.
What's so special about this that you would steal it?
Well, what I can say is that it had the ability to levitate and glow and select a person. So I'm assuming that it's not just your average amethyst.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Well.
Hello.
Guten Morgen. Guten
A fun morning awaits you.
But anyway, so yeah, the crystal doesn't really do anything as you hold it. It's just kind of there.
Cool.
I don't get what the hype is about. Does it look good with my complexion?
Does it? DM?
Does it look good with my complexion?
Remind me of your exact skin tone again.
It's like a dark navy blue. And my hair is white.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Oh yeah. My, it almost looks better on you than it does on any of us.
Well, you're just saying that.
Would you care to wear it for a while? We just have to keep it obscured while we're around other people.
No. Yeah. What do you think would be a good way to like wear it but like hide it?
Well, I was keeping mine tucked into my keyed is not the right word. My under armor. And Fractum gestures to this like black and white checkered. It looks like it should be a Kita, but it's not. Like it's underneath the leather armor that they wear. Do you have? I mean, I'm assuming Inga is wearing clothing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has like a little top and a little skirt and fishnets like on both. Or I think on the top.
Would the charm like be hidden by it? If you just wore it around your neck, or would it sort of like be on display?
No, I'm actually. She wears a couple different necklaces, so she can probably put it on and then like tuck it in her shirt, and no one will think it's any weird because she's wearing a couple different things.
Okay. Yeah. Fractum also has another necklace too. So.
Inga.
Oh boy.
Roll me. Roll me a dex check.
Ah! I just wanted to put on the necklace because it looked pretty.
The pretty necklace.
It's a pretty necklace. Oh. 19.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you put it on, and everything's fine, you know. And then the crystal glows and like lifts from your chest and like kind of attempts to yank you forward, but you catch yourself, and it's pointing directly at Fractum. It's like,
Oh dear.
Does it like you? Is it mad? Does it not like you? Oh god.
Not sure.
Can I like push it down?
Hey,
I think I know where you're going.
yes, you could push it down, but it springs back up.
Oh dear. Perhaps I should. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this would happen.
Huh. Okay. Well, do I have to hide this? Because what I could do is I could wrap it around my ear and then like make it look like it's an earring. Cause like it looks good on me, and then it probably wouldn't do this.
I don't know how we would obscure it that way though.
I have a lot of hair, and literally like she runs her hands, and then she still has like ends of her hair.
We could try it. This crystal is behaving unlike anything I've ever seen before.
I don't know what it's supposed to do. DM, is there anything that I could do to like get it like to calm down?
Roll intelligence.
Okay.
I'll assist because I'm also going to try to be helping you.
Wait, what?
You can roll with advantage because I'm assisting you. I'm like, well, what if we try this? Or, oh dear.
Okay, I'll roll with advantage.
I like walk in a circle around you.
Okay, 15.
15. Yeah, so like as Fractum is moving around you, like the crystal is pointing wherever Fractum is. So like it's going like around your neck. You're like, you know?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled to see if
So,
I could get it
for your
to come
intelligence,
down.
from what you can tell and what you can see, and you like take it off for a second, and every time you get closer to Fractum, it drops and goes limp, and then you pull it back, and it's like yoink.
No.
Well, what happens? What would happen if I let go of it? Fractum, do you think that's a bad idea?
We're on a grassy knoll under this willow tree. I think if it fell to the earth, it would be all right.
But it's like floaty pointing something.
I don't understand.
Well, let me try it. So I'm gonna let go of it. Does it like pew?
Yep. You as soon as you let go of it, it goes straight into Fractum's hands.
Oh dear.
It stops glowing.
All right. Well, here. I just hate that you can't wear it. Take this, and Fractum's going to take off the necklace that they're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
like just a normal necklace and give it to Inga.
Oh,
This will look good with the other ones that you have as well.
But you didn't have to do that.
It's all right. I feel bad. I don't know what's going on with this one. But I think it's probably best if I keep it safe for now.
Probably, yeah. That's so weird. I
So-
wonder why. Did you do any magic stuff to it?
Mm-mm.
Were you the one that stole it?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
I did threaten the user though, or the circus person, but I don't think that would be enough for. I just don't know.
That's really weird. Well, now I need to get you up. Now I need to get you a necklace.
It is my pleasure to bestow this upon you. Let's go grab some tea, shall we?
Okay, my friend. Let's go get some tea.
and with that, oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Fractum will just make sure that the necklace is tucked away, so it's not a fight.
So we're gonna head over to Dowan. It is the morning, so you slept in just a little bit, but you haven't missed much. So you're muted.
Just a little bit.
Still can't hear you. Oof.
Check your mic settings in Zoom that it's accepting the proper mic, because mine does that sometimes.
Can you hear me?
Yay!
I was gonna say, why do I feel attacked right now that Darwin slept in?
So, wake up. Okay, so you get up. Is there anything that you want to do before you place your hooves on the ground? If not,
Oh, the way you
then-
worded that, he's just like,
if
no.
not, then make me either acrobatics or athletics. Check.
Which one of you fuckers are gonna be at the end of my axe right now? Acrobatics or athletics?
Mm-hmm. Whichever one is highest for you.
17.
Okay. So you stand up and you feel your hooves like slip from underneath you, but you're able to stabilize yourself, okay? As you see a bunch of ball bearings left on the floor.
Where have I seen these ball bearings before? Candela!
She fucking gone.
Oh
So
my
what-
fucking god, she fucking did.
Anyone around me?
I just
Currently.
need to remove 1,000 ball bearings from my
Use the whole
inventory.
fucking bag!
Hooves. You need at least a couple hundred for each foot.
I had 5,000 total. I used 1,000 just on you.
What was your question?
Is anyone near me right now?
No, it's just you in your room.
Darwin is going to pick up as many ball bearings as he can
Mm-hmm.
and store them.
Okay.
You have 1,000 ball bearings if you get all of them.
Do I have to roll something to
Get yourself a Roomba to pick up all the
no,
ball bearings.
It takes you a hot minute to gather a lot of them. You know for a fact that you've missed a few, somewhere in this room, but you've managed to collect a lot.
Okay, I'm just gonna look up ball bearings and equipment. Ball bearings, bag of 1,000. There we go. Okay, I have that for the future now, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and get breakfast.
Yeah, so you head downstairs and you get breakfast. They're serving really nice warm foods. It's a beautiful morning. They've got lots of juice and coffee and anything else that anybody would need for a good breakfast. If anybody else is there, then they are free to get breakfast as well. Uriel,
Coffee, wine.
coffee, wine.
My
Probably
usual.
a good hearty breakfast.
Good hearty breakfast and a fuckload of coffee.
Just go. Uriel go see hears before seeing Darwin come downstairs. Let's be fair. Like, oh, morning.
Good morning.
You look chipper as ever. Which one of them got you this time?
Take a wild guess, my dude. Take a wild guess, my feathery friend.
Oh, it's all in good fun. You sleep.
Oh no, I get it. And he'll just kind of like gently lift up the bag of ball bearings. Just, it's fine,
Look, there's a reason why I sleep in trees. It's hard ball bearing a tree.
Now it's just like deep inhale. I'm being bird-splained.
Darwin is going to take out his pipe, stuff that shit hole, and just it's fine. It's fine.
I do hope you're ready for more shenanigans. As you remember, we're leading 3 small children into the woods to find a haunted director.
Oh, it's fine. Remember, I had a son, so I have plenty of ways to get back at them.
And I have a younger brother. They're around his age too. I'm sitting here like they ain't going to listen to a damn word I say. Stubborn shit.
You see, I've realized, Uriel, where I'm at fault.
Mm-hmm.
Kids around that age, well, they won't listen to reason just out of pure spite. I don't know they mean nothing by it. It's kids will be kids. That much I understand.
When I first got my Kita, I was in absolute terror. About the time I got my first, actually right before I got my Kita, he'll actually motion to the claw scars on the side of his face. I got these, and that was about the time I found my coin. I was maybe 3 days away from my birthday, and I decided to go take a bow into the woods, and almost died. That was fun. We're stupid when we're that age. I'm very well aware.
Column A, column B, Uriel. So maybe right now I'm with a firm believer of if you can't beat them, join them.
That's a healthy way of looking at it.
Hmm.
For the most part. I just don't. I just hope not to be in the crossfire. Although I will watch on and cheer on whoever's winning. I did get a bit of a heads up for our adventure.
Oh no. I keep my plans close to my chest.
Oh no, not that particular kind of adventure. More the actual thing we're doing.
Oh, with the more actual thing we're doing, no, I won't do anything to possibly hinder ourselves, but let's just say I may choose to wake up at stupid hours in the morning for a specific reason.
I mean, if you can manage to actually get up that early, you're welcome to it. The more serious modes, apparently, were to keep our eyes open, in all manner of speaking. Listen to the walls, stuff like that. But that's more serious business. But you and your escapades with our youngins are it's quite interesting.
You forget you're real. I'm probably one of the most stubborn people in this group.
That is a bold claim, Pat. That is a very bold claim.
I say maybe, because I don't even know what Calypso is at this point.
Literally like 2 tables over, ignoring all of you, but that's okay.
Interesting, to say the least, but hard to say.
Oh,
Wait.
like you.
Wait. I just remembered something. So,
Oh.
Calypso,
Oh shit.
you have to commune with Darion to, fix your spells for the day, right?
That's technically yes. Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Okay.
Technically,
I'm
correct.
sorry. Just it's not important, I promise. It was just I imagine her going, "Hey, fuck you." Moving on.
A lot of. So this is the plan for the day. You're going
Okay,
to let
don't
me
get in my
kill
way.
someone. You're going to let me kill someone today. No?
No.
Fine.
Oh, fine.
I choose violence. Wait, no violence. Not even a little.
I'm sorry. Again, no plan for that. It was just like that's probably how it went down.
Awesome.
I understand why Sarah's a little trepidatious because she's been targeted by multiple DMs recently. I'm sorry.
I set myself up for all of it. There's nothing to be sorry for.
So, Darren is just going to sit and stew, enjoying his breakfast, and wait.
Bro, I think
Yeah,
you're seriously overthinking this right now.
Possibly.
So right at this point in time, the Brightwood elf boy Sean comes bursting in through the door with his 2 friends behind him. Wrote a lot of notes. With his friends Daniel and Chloe. Daniel is the Phoenix Siren hybrid, and Chloe is the Centaur group. Centaur group? Centaur girl of the group. Bleh. Cannot speak today. And so he comes bursting in, and he's like, "Good morning, guys. You guys ready to go hunt some ghosts?"
Good morning.
Where are the others?
Out and about.
Oh, I'm sure they're around.
They tend to get up earlier than us old men.
Okay, well, we should probably get going soon. It's going to take us like all day to get there.
Oh, aye. Well, once we're finished, we're almost finished with our breakfast. Once we're done, we'll be ready to go. So we're going to have to drag some of our friends along with us.
Can I hear this from my table?
Yeah.
Okay. Calypso will walk over and just like behind them be like, You better not be wasting our time with this.
I mean, it's not exactly a waste of time if you don't see it as a waste of time.
It's like that. Just it's not you. It's her.
She definitely has that look in her face of, are these children going to survive the trip?
Do I see the look of possible maiming and or murder in Calypso's eyes? Like,
I don't know, Calypso, does she have that in her eyes?
Very much. She doesn't like
that Darius is gonna look over at Calypso with the look of ooh, killing. Like, and anyway, have you kids eaten?
Yeah, I had a little bit of breakfast already. I had my own stuff that I bought. Daniel is up. Yep, he's at the bar. Yeah, he's getting food. And Chloe, and she's standing next to him. And she's got like her arms crossed. She's scrawny for a centaur. She's small. But like the look on her face just says, "Try me, bitch." Like she is like, if she was human size, you know, height speaking, she'd be like 5'2". She'd be the one who would not be afraid to beat anybody up. And Chloe doesn't like breakfast. I will get to you in just a second, Inge.
The Darius is looking at Chloe. You remind me. I'll go back to eating.
You say you remind me?
Mm-hmm.
Remind you of what?
It's not important.
Well, now I'm just not gonna know if you like me or not.
The day is young. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Inge.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
How old are all of them again?
They're in their teens. So
Well,
Sean,
are we talking like early teens, mid-teens, late teens?
like mid-teens to late teens?
Okay, so older than me.
Like just by like a year or two. It's not far from you.
Mm-hmm. I was there when we met them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Also, am I in the room right now? Because Fractum and I went to get breakfast stuff for picnic.
That's right. Probably about this time is when you guys walk in.
Oh, look, the cavalry has arrived already.
It's the ghost people.
I'll go see if we can get breakfast. I'll meet you at the table.
Okay. I'm gonna bug some people.
Daniel of the paranormal group comes around with this plate of breakfast, sits down, looks at everybody, and just does this.
Look at all of these young and impressionable youth so ready to throw their lives away at supernatural forces.
Do you say that out loud for people to hear?
I say that out loud, not necessarily for people to hear, but
Yeah, the centaur girl, Chloe, just goes at you.
I'm gonna go.
She just goes clip, clop, clip.
I'll go. Hey, what's up? And like approach her as she's walking away from me.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. How much taller than me is she? Actually, how tall is Inga? Have I decided this?
I thought you said she was small. Like 5'2".
Is she 5'2"?
All I know is she's taller than Candela. Candela is the smallest person.
How tall is Candela?
Candela is 4'9".
4'11".
She's
Oh, wow.
tiny. She is little.
Ugh.
Okay, so 4'2" would work. Okay. And so the centaur girl is probably a little bit taller than me, huh?
She's probably taller than you, at least by like 5 inches.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I go up to her, and then I go from being weird, and I'm gonna be cutesy. Hi.
Hi.
So, you hunt ghosts?
Yeah.
Have you captured any?
No, we kind of can't capture ghosts. I don't even think that's possible.
You sound bad at your job. I'm not going to lie.
We collect evidence that there is ghosts roaming in certain areas.
Yeah, so logically, you would capture a ghost. How much do you, This is me having an aneurysm. Give me a second.
When you
When you Okay. Okay. Do you guys get paid to do this, or is this just like a hobby?
It's a hobby at the moment, but we're hoping that maybe at some point we can make a job out of it.
And you can't catch a ghost? What you expect to get paid? I don't know. It just sounds like a very questionable occupation. If you
She puts her hand on your forehead and like pushes you away.
I bite her hand.
Ah!
And I have sharp teeth.
Roll me an unarmed strike.
How do I do that?
Should be under your actions.
Ah. Oh. That's a 12.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you bite her hand and she goes, ow! Oh, son of a... What the fuck is wrong with you?
Across the room, all you hear is, "What's your profanity?" As Candela finally fucking arrives.
On your profanity.
What's your profanity?
No.
It just seems funny to me that all of these kids are expecting to go up against the unseen horrors of this world. Have you any idea what's really out there?
Inga, don't you know the old expression? How do you catch a moonbeam in your hand?
How do you solve a problem like Maria?
My question is, why would they let a scrawny little siren like you, who hasn't gotten a pearl yet,
Young
to
lady,
be in some kind of group like this?
now listen.
That's what happens when your parents don't care about you.
Fractum is gonna sort of like bamf their wings out a little bit in the
Mhm.
direction of this little child person. Now, if you don't mind, we're here to help you, but we're happy to go elsewhere if you can't get along.
Oh, Fractum, don't worry. This is my problem. She's fine.
Nobody messes with my friends.
Question DM.
Look, it's not my fault. She was the one who started like attacking me.
This is true. I bit her hand.
Yes, but your hand was on her face.
Look, I tried to walk away from her the first time peacefully, and she followed me.
Enough.
Question DM. How old does Chloe look? Does she even look old enough to have her rite of passage little thing?
She's like 15, 16, like around there.
So she's not old enough to have her coming of age gift either? Because I think you said it was like 18 for all of them.
It's not all of them.
It's like 13.
I know it's 18 for Phoenixes.
18 for Siren or Phoenixes. For Centaurs specifically, become the Grudge. Oh, come on. Okay. It might be. Here we go. 17. 17 is when a centaur
and she's 15?
She's 16.
16? And
so she's like right on the cusp.
And she is basically bullying Inga for not having her gift yet. Candela will walk up after hearing that, ignore that Fractum is trying to defuse the situation, will just look Chloe up and down despite being shorter than her and be like, look who's talking.
Oh, please. I turned 17 in a month.
I have a question.
Yeah, in a month. You're still a child.
I was just curious which one was the mix.
That is Daniel. He was the Phoenix / Siren child. He is sitting at the table eating.
I won't tolerate bullying in this group. Is that understood, young lady?
Which one are you
not my fault.
Wait, which one, young lady? Which young lady?
Which young lady?
Fractum is talking to the centaur,
Okay.
but it's also out of the corner of their eye, keeping an eye on Inga and Candela.
What the fuck? I was the one who
Language.
started this bullshit.
Language.
Wait, when are we when do we censor ourselves?
You guys are kids. You shouldn't be cursing.
Wait,
I'm 18.
No.
I'm old enough.
That's you're old. You're old.
Yes,
Forget.
I'm old. I know I am old.
I just forget that.
We will all be traveling together, so we should get along. Isn't that right, Dallin?
Personally, if people are going to start attacking, and that includes physical attacks as well as verbal attacks, then, it just stands to reason that we aren't going to work as a group. So if you guys want our help, and we obviously need your help to get to the fort, then how about we show a little cooperation, and then once we're done, we don't have to see each other again, and we'll leave it at that. Sound good?
Well put.
Sean goes, I'm fine with the peace thing. Are you okay? He like asks Chloe if she's okay, and she's just like, I didn't start anything. And just walks away.
Candela just whispers under her breath, that's tough talk for someone within sunbolt distance.
Between everyone, nod, and then go back over to get more food for the picnic slash. I mean, it's probably just gonna be more like breakfast to go at this point.
Yeah. Candela will turn to Inger. Are you okay?
Oh, of course I'm okay. I'm the one who started that. Come on.
Still, she... how do I put this?
She's Calypso,
Added
but
few-
younger.
Exactly! She added fuel to the fire. So she's just as much as fault as you are, so her whole little playing victim thing, I ain't buying it.
They're still at the table while they're having this conversation.
Yes.
Calypso
We
is
made
just
sure
like-
you're in earshot.
Calypso just like glares over like, I'm right here.
Yeah, we know. And Kendall will turn back to Inger and continue talking.
Darren's gonna call over to Chloe. Chloe. I'm not gonna
I
scold
looked
at
at
you.
you.
I'm not gonna scold you. I'm not gonna tell you off. Could you just may please come over here for just a second?
She walks towards you.
Are you hungry?
No. I already had some breakfast this morning.
I've been told you don't like breakfast.
I don't. But because we're gonna go on a long trip, it's important to eat. So
Did you have a small breakfast or a big breakfast?
small one, because I can't eat a lot in the mornings.
Could you do a favor for me? I know you don't know me anything, but I think it'll make this a lot easier.
Depends. What are you asking?
He'll slide over a plate with just a cooked sausage and one piece of bacon. Have that. 1, you feel better. 2, it's better energy. Please.
I'll eat it, but I don't think it's gonna change anything.
After it may change your mind.
She like glares at Inger when she's not looking. Just goes, what's up with her?
She's an only child.
If she glares at Inga, Candela will just like lean into her eye shot.
Down, kind of lean in a little bit. Inga, like us, are broken people.
Join the club.
With a few exceptions to our group, to be fair. But she hasn't given us a reason why she ran away, and that's her business. But she has found what she thinks to be a good family with us, and we've accepted her. She's very capable. Chaotic at times, yes, I fully agree, and a little bit naive at times. But we are here to do our best for her, and we are while traveling with you lot are going to do the best for you. So, while she did start that, just don't have fuel to the fire. Okay?
Wasn't trying to.
I know.
Look,
We know.
look at me. Do you see how small I am? Do you know how often I get bullied for my size or bullied just in general?
Let me tell you a secret. I was just as scrawny as you when I was a kid.
I don't believe that. You're huge.
It took some time, but I was horrendously bullied for being one of the smallest. It gets better. And the betterment starts with eating a little bit more. I'm not asking you to stuff your face, I'm just simply suggesting a lot more, little and often.
Starts like eating.
Good. And hey, think about it. The more you eat, the bigger you get, and then you'll have your pick of the men, women, whichever takes your fancy.
I like
However,
the guys, but I don't think they think I'm pretty.
if you focus on the ones that you think that you're not pretty, you're gonna get hurt. Wait for the one who thinks you shine brighter than the sun.
Are you a dad? Because you really give off dad vibes.
I am. I'm not trying to be your dad. However, while you're out here alone, a little parental advice wouldn't hurt.
I could use it.
All right. On that note, everyone, shall we all head off?
And Sean goes, oh, finally. He like gets up and has all his stuff. He's like, ready to go.
Candela's munching on a chicken wing. Don't ask her how she got it. She just has it.
Chicken wing, chicken
Chicken
wing,
wing.
and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chicken with macaroni.
As Darwin gets up, he's going to pass Candela and give her the bag of ball bearings. I believe these are yours.
Says who?
You're the only one with ball bearings in this group.
Not the only one. You're clearly not as perceptive as you think you are. But she'll take the bag and walk away.
Darwin doesn't say anything. He's just...
Candela woke up and chose violence today, you guys.
No, really?
Oh,
Even though you only couldn't hear that interaction, he watches it from a distance and goes, "Heh." Just the laugh of the heh.
Heh.
Hey!
Yeah, because Candela is not the only one with ball bearings. Inga has them too. Could have been either of us.
That's right.
Could have been either of us.
Could have been either of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys start to head out. Sorry, give me a second.
DM going over the notes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So you guys start to head out. It's a beautiful day. It's gonna be nice and clear. And you guys just start going and going. It's gonna take you most of the day to get to the fort. And just meanwhile, all the while, Sean is leading the charge and just spouting all this like paranormal information, just one right after the other. And like, oh, did you know that if something like is moved around a lot, then the likelihood of us dealing with a poltergeist is higher than dealing with something like an Oni, for example. So what we do, blah, 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 blah.
Uriel's like walking with him and just kind of nodding along, like, oh yeah.
Do I need to take like a D4 psychic damage?
No.
Like, Uriel's absolutely used to it. He's just kind of like, yeah, you know, yeah, probably, yeah, that's cool. You know what the fun thing is that while I was learning how to be a better hunter, I learned how to detect stuff that's not supposed to be there. Kind of like,
You did?
yeah, I can sense them, but only when they're at a certain distance away. Took a long time to learn
Cool.
it. Yeah, takes time, but people can learn it. He's just keeping this kid occupied.
He's like, wow. So did you know that Billy?
He's just like, I never back again. Yep, he's just kind of he's just keeping him occupied.
Yep.
I'm gonna lean over to Candela, presuming that like I'm with her. I'm gonna like, does he ever stop talking?
I think he's been going on for at least 20 minutes now.
Should we stop him before our ears die?
I mean, we could walk further away. That kind of helps. I feel kind of rude interrupting a child.
I don't. I'm going
I
to
know
grab
you
my
don't.
ball of ball bearings. I'm gonna grab 3 and toss them in front of his feet.
Oh my god! We woke up and chose violence today.
Oh god.
Oh
Did
no!
we tripped a child. We tripped a child.
Oh
So
no.
he's walking along, talking, whatever, and he goes, yeah, and then
Oh no, he ate shit. He ate shit. Okay.
I'm rolling to hide my laughter.
Does Oriole also have to take that save because they're walking next to them?
No, it's just in front
Oriole
of Sean.
floated.
So his feet slip out from underneath him and he falls hard on his ass. And his back specifically. It takes him a second because it knocks the wind out of him. It's like
Candela just inhales sharply.
Okay, I'm gonna like
Ow.
tuck back my bag of ball bearings, run in front of him and be like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" while simultaneously
no,
grabbing my
she-
ball bearings back.
No, she's playing both sides. Oh no.
Fractum.
I'm gonna go over and like check to see if he's okay to help to distract him from seeing her pick up the ball bearings.
Healing light in case he was injured. I'm assuming he didn't take too much damage.
Oh my god, we're assholes.
I'm an asshole.
he just took like 1 point of HP.
Okay. He gets that HP back, and while Fractum is
Okay.
also helping him up,
Okay.
Fractum is going to give Candela and Inga just like one of those, like the aunt that knows that you're a troublemaker, but like also is for this violence. It's nice of you to help him back up.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure that he's okay. It looks like all of that talking took the wind out of him. Oh, poor thing.
I
Well,
don't know, maybe
perhaps
he got shoved by a ghost or something.
Oh my gosh, did he get pushed by a ghost?
I mean, I wonder if you talk about ghosts long enough that they just come by and just like.
Maybe he's been chosen by the ghost. Hey, maybe they should call you
"You were
Shaun of the
chosen
Dead.
one."
Sean, no, you put that back in your fucking mouth or fucking help me.
Shaun of the Dead! I'm here for it!
Sean just goes, "You're right! Ghost, are you here?" And
Calypso looks straight up and goes, "I blame you."
you feel him go, "I had nothing to do with this."
The Calypso's just like, that's one of your children.
Fractum is gonna just sort of look at Oriole and look at Candela and Inga and be like, I'll walk with this one for a while so that he doesn't fall again.
That's a good idea.
Perhaps you two should scout further ahead to make sure that we don't run into anything.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm super stealthy. Remember when I did the circus? And then I just fucking Naruto ninja run ahead.
No, I don't remember what you did at the circus. And I struggle to catch up.
Where are the other two kiddos?
Safely out of Inga and Candela's bullying range.
And,
Also, disclaimer, we do not encourage bullying in this
true.
group.
Yeah, don't bully people.
Don't bully people. That makes you
I'm
an
just-
ass.
Yes.
sorry, where are the kiddos that are not this one who's been bullied?
The two of them are kind of hanging in like the middle
Okay.
of the group.
So they didn't know that was me? Did anyone know that was me other than us?
I don't think so. So
Well, no one really, no one was asked to roll to see if they saw it.
right. So you guys keep going, and it takes most of the day to get there. And the brush is really dense. So I'm going to need everybody to roll me either athletics or acrobatics.
All of us?
Yes, everybody.
Acrobatics better.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pretty good.
And I'll go in order. So Candela, what did you get?
I got 21.
21. All right, Uriel,
22.
Calypso,
13.
14,
13.
13. Inga.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Fractum.
4.
4.
Ooh.
And Dallin.
I got a natural 20 on athletics, which is a total of 26.
Okay. So yeah, everyone rolled really well. With the help of others, Inga and Fractum, you guys are able to get a little bit of help to push you guys through all that brush, since the trees got more dense, closer together. The roots are really, tearing up the ground, all that kinds of stuff. And you guys, as you breach the trees, Sean goes, "Okay, you guys ready for this? Check it out." And he pushes through the last bit of tree branches. And you guys come upon a really big fort. It's made of dark stone. There are walls, crumbled walls, all around this thing as a barrier from the actual building itself. From what you guys can tell, those crumbled walls were to protect them from centaurs. And also on the roofs of the fort, there are spikes so that phoenixes can't land on top of them. And this whole place is filled with dense, trees and stuff, so sirens don't really get a lot of water advantages here. And as you guys look up to see that, we're going to take a little bit of a break, so anybody can get water, use the restroom, anything you need to do before we move on.
I drew the pain.
I thought we told you no.
Oh God, why? Why would you do that? Why?
Done this? Why do this?
Why?
Why?
No.
Admittedly, it's a really good a really good drawing. I really appreciate it. But why have you done this?
I gotta clip
You made
that.
Hannah go get alcohol. She's going to get alcohol.
I'm already there.
It's fine. You made her go get alcohol.
Is it Candela that woke up and chose violence, or was it Paige?
A little bit of both.
Yes.
Column A, column B.
Also, Uriel's are going to eventually find some sort of stick to whack the children with when they decide to be assholes. And I didn't technically see anything. I'm just sitting here I have a quarterstaff in my bag, so I have a quarterstaff.
I know you.
I have this efficient quiver. There is a quarterstaff in this. I'll whack some people.
It saved it perfectly in clips. I'll have to share that to TikTok later.
Why have you done this?
Oh fuck!
Why
I
did you do
can't
this?
believe you done this.
Laura, why did you do this to yourself? You're gonna have to look at that later.
I'm looking at it right now.
You're gonna have to color that later.
I have to line it, then I have to color it later.
You will have to draw and
The
color her
pain.
tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely Paige that decided to wake up today and choose violence. Absolutely.
I have to endure finals week this week as a worker.
Every day is violence when finals week.
Yeah, every day is violence when finals week hits the campus. Don't you hate it when you put down specifically what duets you want and people who don't cosplay duet you? I choose violence.
When don't you?
the look that Inger was giving with the holding of the hands, like, yeah, like me as like my blood was boiling. I was like, bitch to the center girl. Oh my god. Not as her. Not as her. I love it.
Okay, I have something to say. You know how, like, in movies, you would always see, like, any scenes where, like, the main character is being bullied and, like, they're the victim. And then, like, when people get involved, they always, like, put the blame on the victim rather than the actual bully. I always thought that was just, like, in the movies and in TV shows and whatnot. And then Inger started to bully Cleo, and y'all
Chloe.
Chloe. Y'all reprimanded Chloe. And then I was like, hang on a second. What is happening here?
Wait a minute. Wait a
Wait a
damn
minute.
minute.
Wait a damn minute.
Did you literally run and get alcohol? Hannah,
Who?
did you? I thought you walk away, and I heard you go down.
Water.
A water.
Good old water.
If she's going to get a glass of wine, that's going to be hilarious.
Nah. We don't have any wine to drink.
Oh no.
Plus, it's all right. I had a lot of champagne for my birthday.
You're good at alcohol for a while.
Yeah, I'm all right for now.
Speaking of alcohol, cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Be careful.
I'm not.
Be careful. Get yourself some water.
Later.
Treat yourself with respect. Don't neglect your needs. Go get some water.
I'm fine.
Go
I'm
get-
only gonna have that glass.
Okay, but get some water.
I will
Okay.
at some point.
Water. Hydrate. That goes for everybody here. Hydrate. All right. We all good to go? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good to go? Okay.
Yep.
So, you guys come upon the fort. It's huge. It's like it's like you stepped into one of those abandoned broken forts in Breath of the Wild. Like, there's big brick walls missing, there's, overgrown vegetation climbing up the walls. Can I get everyone to roll me a perception check, please? Don't die.
I'm sorry. I breathed very sharply. Perception, you said?
Perception.
Okay.
It's amazing when you forget you can actually choke on air.
Right.
There are many things I like to choke on, but air is not one of them.
Wait.
I didn't want to say it. I did not want to be the one to say it. So thank you,
We were
Paige,
all
for saying
thinking
it for
it.
me.
Clipping that shit too!
We were all thinking it.
So Paige woke up and chose violence and horny today. Okay, cool.
Welcome to my life.
Let's see. That is not bad. That's nice. I like that.
Perception, you said?
Perception, yes.
Perception.
I'll go again in order so it makes things a hell of a lot easier. Candela.
I got a 13.
14. Uriel.
Dirty 20.
20. Calypso.
18.
18. Inga.
Oh, dirty 20.
Nice. Fractum.
8.
8. Okay. And Dowan.
18.
18. Okay, so Uriel, Calypso, Inga, and Dowan, you guys, as you were looking at the fort, you see what looks like a few tombstones behind this fort. And with closer inspection, you can see there's a whole graveyard behind this thing. Now the front door is no longer there. It has disintegrated, so you guys can walk in at any point. Yeah.
Uriel is going to draw one of his short swords and look back towards the kids. All right. You can call me a lame old man all you want. Each of you stays with at least one of us. Like I told you, even if the spooky things don't get you, there might be some sort of animal out here who might want to make you lunch. Stay with one of us and do the best you can to not scream.
Daniel just looks and goes, yeah, sounds about right.
You don't mind, Daniel? I'll stay with you.
Okay.
Now, since we are here and closer, I would like to use my primeval awareness.
Okay. And that senses
The primevals, mostly.
Primevals.
it's to sense evil.
It's you
aberration.
choose.
Or you can explain what's to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fiends, or undead are present within a mile of you. Up to 6 miles of favorite terrain, but my favorite terrain is a mountain, so that's to be a no. It's just 1 mile. It doesn't reveal the creature's location or number. It just tells me if they are present.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the ranger one is you have to pick one, but I could be wrong.
I think with
There's
any
a cleric spell that's similar that just detects all of it, but I think the ranger one you have to pick.
Yeah, no, I had to double check with this for Tales of Yggdrasil. The player has to pick which one they would like to detect.
Oh, well, with that's the case, then I'll be primarily focusing on the undead.
Okay. From what you can tell, there's no blip. You don't get anything. So it's safe to assume that there is no undead in this area.
Cool. that leaves the options open for many other terrible things.
Sean does that thing where he hops up right next to you and just goes, okay, so I guess I'll go with you.
All right, God, stay close and try not to touch much. We don't know things. You don't know there's going to be any traps around here. Old fortifications and all that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I am going to go over first towards the graveyard.
Okay.
Darwin will look over to Glory.
Mm-hmm.
You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
And Darwin will hand over his javelin.
Mm-hmm.
Take this. Just remember, hands apart, weight forward, use both arms to thrust, or if you're feeling lucky, aim with the other arm and throw.
Okay, I think I got it.
Oh, you said I'm with Daniel?
Huh?
Now you said I'm with Daniel.
Yes, you were with Daniel.
I'm gonna be like, don't worry, buddy. You can take my hand if you want, and I'll reach out my hand, and then if he goes to take it,
He'll just kind of go, yeah, sure, I guess.
as he goes to take it, I'm gonna pull my hand back and cast Mage Hand at the same time, so that he grabs the Mage Hand and be like, too slow.
Aw, he goes. That's a good one.
Thanks. But no, seriously, I've got you. And I'll keep the Mage Hand up, so if we need to like poke or touch anything.
Oh yeah. In that same vein, Uriel will sort of like he looks he looks at his assigned child and goes, "Like something cool." He kind of turns his hand. He puts his hand in his efficient quiver, and then pulls out the bow staff. Whoop! Here,
Cool.
don't hit me with it. He's just kind of like, hey, oi. If something comes after
Sorry.
it, whack, run. Aim for the head.
Whack and run.
Yes, let me handle it, but if it gets too close, give it a good old smack on the schnoz. That's the nose.
Yeah, okay. Calypso, Inga, and Candela, anything you guys would like to do? Yep.
Calypso just stares at the groups, feeling like I lose no matter where I go.
Okay, so who's split off thus far?
So Uriel is taking Sean, Fractum is taking Daniel, and Dallin is taking Chloe.
So we're with Calypso.
No.
Wait,
We are.
that sounds good.
Mhm.
Away from the kids, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Does Calypso have this
Irony.
realization?
The raw irony.
Well, now the group hasn't exactly split off at this point, unless you guys wanted to split off in different areas. I'm sure you guys would need to communicate that.
I think if Calypso thinks that those two are going to stick with her, she's just going to drink more. So it doesn't need to occur unless she starts realizing she's being followed.
Fair. So I know Uriel, you wanted to head towards the graveyard, right? Uriel.
Uriel.
You wanted to head towards the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you and Sean head towards that way. Are you bringing anybody else with you?
I will be letting them know that I'm going to go check out the graveyard first. If anyone wanted to tag along.
Fractum will stay within eye line, but we'll sort of look around where we're currently at as well.
All right, does anybody else want to go anywhere else?
Damon will go into the main fort area. So you have the outer walls of the fort. Is the graveyard on outside of the outer wall, or is it still inside the fort area?
It's on the outside. From
Okay.
what you can tell, the graves were put there like after the fort was used.
Okay, Damon's going to go inside the main fort.
Okay, sure.
Does anyone look like they're heading towards the graveyard? I didn't hear if anyone said
Yes, Uriel and Sean are heading to the graveyard.
Sean's the noisy one?
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
Okay.
I'll follow anybody else.
Fractum and Daniel. Daniel is the quiet kid.
That's
Um,
fine.
So, and they're just watching outside. So, would you like to stay with them?
Yeah, it's quiet here.
Candela and Inga?
Are we alone now?
Yeah, it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the
Just
two
the
of
two
us.
of us.
Just
the two of us.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to go wherever Chloe's going because still spiteful. So
I just don't want to go wherever any of the children are going.
well, they've all like split off
which
in
which
all
is
the
good.
directions.
Which is good. Inger is gonna close her eyes, spin around, stop randomly,
Mhm.
and then grab Candela and run away with her.
Okay. Roll me a dex check.
It's 10.
Yeah, so you spin and you start heading in a direction and you hit straight into a wall.
Oh no.
Is this where we're
Great.
supposed to be going?
However, you do see something shiny on one of the outer walls.
Do you see that?
Kinda.
On on the ground if you get close.
we alternate head tilts.
Oh my god. So yeah, as you guys get closer to the wall, you guys see that there's a bunch of dropped, left behind, rusted weapons. Everything from short swords to spears to shields, javelins. Now they're all rusted because it's rained a multitude of times and it's been out here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like half buried in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm looking up some shit real quick.
Okay.
Hold up. Cause I'm about to be an asshole. Is there like an axe on the ground?
Roll me perception.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm being that bitch right now.
Oh boy.
Good.
That's a 5
Yep.
total.
Nope, you don't see an axe.
Do I see a sword or something?
Like I said, you've seen short swords.
Any long swords?
There is a long sword.
I look to Inga, look. And I pick up the long sword I hold up. Oh, look at me. I'm Darwin. I'm the dad of the group. I discipline children all the time. Oops, I almost slipped on some ball bearings this morning. I don't know which of the Chaos Beings did it, but I think it's Candela, but it probably wasn't. I don't know. How's my impression?
really good. That was really good. Oh my gosh. You are funny. You are very funny.
Well, I was like, oh, what do they call it? There's a word for it. Where they people vote like who you are. Superlatives. We have superlatives at the monastery, and I got class clown like every year.
Huh. That's fitting. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I may have slipped some ball bearings into Darwin's room this morning.
How many?
1,000. I got like half of them back from him. He thinks I did it, but I let him know, like, hey, I'm not the only one who has ball bearings. I mean, you could have done it if you wanted to.
I could have done it.
I mean, you did it to Sean earlier. That was
you
funny.
Saw? Yes.
That was funny.
I just needed to get him to stop talking.
Yeah.
And then I thought that if I gave him some stupid nickname, he would be ashamed of himself. But instead,
he like took it as like endearment. I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know why. He's an idiot.
I mean, he's a kid, so.
Well,
kids are
I'm a
impressionable.
kid, and I'm smarter than him.
These chaos beings woke up and chose the most violent of violence.
Yeah.
As I'm talking, I'm gonna look over the longsword in my hand. How old does it look?
Like at least 1,000 years old. It's got like old crafting on it. Really like simple. It's sturdy. It clearly was made with really good quality at its time
this
for
as a prop.
you know.
Yeah, but oh, seriously, this is really old. She's like going cross-eyed, looking at like all the details and stuff on it.
You can find on the blade, it's hard to see, especially because of the rust, but there are some really old dried blood stains on it.
Inga, look. Blood. Blood. No, but like this is like 1,000 years. Oh shit! I almost knocked over my ocarina. It's like 1,000 years old.
1,000. That's really old.
I'm surprised it hasn't disintegrated in my hands yet.
Huh. Why does it have blood on it?
I don't know. Maybe a battle happened here or something.
Ooh.
What if there was like a siege on the fort?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's why all these weapons are piled around here. This is like, what if this is like where they make their last stand?
Like before you were executed.
Well, not before being executed, but like just like I don't know, like just like making their last stand as like the enemy is coming towards them, and they were like, "Hold your ground, hold your ground." I don't know. I got that from a book. It's called like Ring Lord or something. I don't know. No, in the book there's like this is Delm's Heap. They had this like huge siege that lasted a whole night. They had an army of like 10,000 creatures fought up against like 300 people, but they were able to defend the fort with the siege. And I'm like, ooh. I'm surprised I haven't learned about these forts in all my studies. This is like really cool. She's going into nerd mode now.
Hang on. You're starting to sound like Sean. You need just slow down.
Sorry.
Just slow down and take a breath, and you'll be okay. Great. I need to make sure you breathe before you trip on some ball bearings I totally didn't drop on the floor. So
I looked down at the ground to see if she dropped any ball bearings.
Oh, no, don't worry, I didn't.
Is there anything that you girls would like to do before I move on to the other groups?
Nothing else I want to do otherwise than just chat about like fantasy battles and stuff. I know, maybe do some like LARPing as we're like messing with the swords.
Oh my god, yes! We totally
just start to LARP at the fort.
Yes, if it ever comes back to us, then we're
Yeah.
gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna
doing
be
that.
in the middle of like a duel or some shit.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you guys are enjoying yourselves looking at all the weapons and whatnot. I'm gonna move over to Uriel and Sean to the graveyard. Is there anything you would like to do, Uriel, as you come up to the graveyard?
I'm going to have a look and see like what kind of state they're in. If there's any like names I can discern. If there's anything like any particularly odd ones, and I'll look for any of the godly markers.
Roll me investigation.
Investigación. No, I don't want to look at that. What's the wrong tab? There we go. Investigation. Okay, that's not too bad. 17.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, with that you can tell as you like approach the graveyard, you think it's like kind of a small patch, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you come upon it. There's at least 100 graves here with all different kinds of tombstones. You could see a bunch of them have like the stereotypical like mark of the gods on them, you know, kind of like how in our society you would see like crosses or angels, you know, on tombstones, very much similar to that. So you see those, and if you spend a lot of time, you know, individually looking at each of the tombstones, you'll find one that's kind of crumbled a little bit. It looks a little sadder than the other ones. Now they all look sad, you know, but this one looks a little run down.
Sticks out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Keep going in. It goes good.
Sean will be like, whoa, ghosts, give us a sign if you're here. And like he waits a second, and then there's a rustle in the trees, and he goes,
You're just kind of jumps a bit like, if I hear something actually answer him, I'm going to throw something.
It's and are we were like slowly following them, but like keeping an eye out. Is it possible within 30 feet of Sean?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have my mage hand like poke him on the shoulder, like tap tap tap.
He whirls around. He goes, "Something touched me! Something touched me!" There's ghosts! There's ghosts! And he like grabs onto your arm, Uriel. He's like, "There's a ghost! Something touched me!"
Just laughing in the background.
Do I hear him laughing? Hear them laugh?
I don't know. Are you trying to hide it, Practum?
No.
You're just watch Uriel's head.
I'll take the ghost hand or my mage hand and wave at Oriel. Couldn't help myself, sorry.
And Sean goes, oh.
It's all right.
Oh, you had me going there. My gosh.
We've got your back. Don't worry.
He's just poking at you, kid. Don't worry about it. No, come here. He'll like wave him over towards like that particular grave.
If you get closer, it's really hard to read the carving on it just because there's so much growth around it and a lot of like soil.
He'll like so skillfully he's gonna take the short sword and sort of like cut some of the foliage off and sort of like carefully kind of get the dirt off. See if I can make anything else out of it.
Yeah. So the first thing that you see is the Liegeman symbol on the top of the gravestone. And underneath it, it says Stephen Barron, friend and confidant.
Huh. Now that's interesting. Rectum.
Yes, what can I do for you?
He'll sort of like look towards the kids and sort of point over to some like an oddly shaped tombstone. Like, hey kids, go see if there's any if you can make out the name on that one over there.
Yeah, okay, sure. And he like turns to Daniel and says, "Do you think we'll find that treasure that they were talking about?" And like walks away.
He'll look. He'll like motion towards the gravestone. This is a Liegeman sigil.
Are you sure? I thought the Liegemen were a newer organization.
No, it's someone last name Barron. What was it? Sorry,
Stephen Barron.
Stephen Barron. He'll like jot the name down in his little journal. Friend and confidant. Well, if an organization is old enough and someone revitalizes it, it becomes new, I guess.
It could be that they're based on this, whatever was here before. They don't seem super friendly.
No,
You know, everything is sort of anti-elf.
well,
Or, sorry, anti-anything but elf.
well, for this place.
Yes, the walls. Fractum points at the spikes on top. There's no water anywhere. This is.
Well, it's not really meant to accommodate others, I suppose. But if we're right, if this is old enough. This is before the cataclysm. So
I would say yes.
They might have still been at war when this place was used.
My question is, who put the graves here if they lost?
Just because you lose a war doesn't mean you don't bury your dead. There has to be at least 100 graves here. I'm honestly surprised. When we arrived, I tried to sense out any undead, and I haven't felt any. Surprised, actually. I expect to at least find at least one random one here. But if someone were to wish to dabble in evil, the kind of evil that would bring about the undead, this would be a key place to do it. Especially if you convince all the undead that you're their friend, if you're wearing their sigil.
This is a beautiful graveyard, I will give it that. However, seems like most of this might just be the imagination of young people, and Fractum will gesture towards the two that are investigating.
I already got a heads up on that this morning. Batia told me that there wasn't anything particularly spooky of that regard here, but that to keep an eye out and to watch the walls. So there might be more information described on the walls. And we know that at least some of the Liegemen were buried here. Based on like how raggedy this grave is, this is here about the same time the others were.
Yes, it's these gravestones are old, like 2,000 years old. Old. Like before the storm. Old.
Yeah. If these as old as I'm thinking. This is before the storm. Everyone was still at war.
What you said about walls intrigues me. I'll grab Daniel and we can do a walk of the perimeter here. I'll let you know if I find anything.
I'm gonna see if there's any other particular notable graves or anything else I can learn from them.
A graveyard by itself isn't dangerous, but the symbol does concern me a bit. So
I'll
just
see
keep.
if I can spot any more. If it's just one or two, then it may have been more of a secret thing. But if it's a lot of them, then it may have been an actual fighting force.
Just keep a close eye on Sean if you don't mind.
Oh, don't worry. I can keep an ear out for him and keep track of him well enough. Reminds me of my little brother.
I'm already concerned that Inga and Candela are nowhere to be seen.
I'm sure if they ran into any trouble, any actual trouble, they'd let us know.
Oh, I was more implying that they are the trouble usually.
Well,
And they have like that smile, like
granted, you're not wrong, but we'll track them down. I'm sure they're just exploring, having what fun they can.
all right. I'll still stay within eyesight of you as often as possible, just so we don't.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
And then Fractum will be like, Daniel, and start doing a perimeter of the wall, just like taking a look at like each wall in depth.
Okay.
And Uriel will take his little attaché and he'll you're good at spying out little details, I imagine. You gotta be to hunt ghosts. It's all little details. He kind of motions towards the symbol.
Mm.
Have you spotted any more of this around?
I can look.
Just keep an eye out for it. Let me know if you find any.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of symbols of, the various gods. I just want to make sure I kind of have a field day. If you find any readable names, let me know. What was that one you told me about? You told me that there was someone buried here that there's a little legend about.
The lazy servant is what they call him.
Okay. If you find one that looks like it might be him, you let me know.
Okay, so apparently, and I just remembered this like just now. Apparently he was buried with something really important, like some kind of treasure or something.
Well, let's find him first and we'll consider the prospect of seeing what he's holding. But for now, finding him is the important part.
Okay, I'll see if I can find any more of those symbols.
All right.
And he runs off. Is there anything that you guys would like to do before I move on to the next group?
No, we're just gonna keep investigating.
Yeah. You need me to roll investigation on the walls?
Oh yeah.
And on the graves?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's think.
What'd you get, Fractum?
I rolled a 1.
Yeah,
No.
you don't find anything.
These are walls made of walls.
It's just rock.
Walls.
The opposite spectrum, I got an 18.
18? Yeah, so through your investigation, there's really not anything different about any of the others. It's just the one.
That's concerning.
There, I guess, some things that aren't exactly as concerning is usually where you would see like the god symbols. A few of them have it's either been scratched off or it's withered over time, so you can't see it anymore. Stuff like that.
And no sign of the lazy or no sign of other than the one we found, of any other super special grave?
No.
Hmm.
From what you've been told, the lazy servant is just a nickname or a name or a title, but the name of the man you don't really know.
He'll mark in his mind where he saw that particular grave.
Okay.
It just kind of after it gets to the point where he's just like, okay, there's probably not anything else to learn here. He'll just lead Sean around and like let him do his ghost hunting little thing.
Okie dokie. So Dowan, you wanted to head inside of the fort, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Chloe is going with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as soon as you walk in, it's a really big kind of foyer. It's a really big area. There's debris everywhere in here. There's overgrowth. There's weapons, laying around, bloodstains on the floor that are centuries old, and on the back wall of the main room, there is a very big display of the gods' symbols.
Okay.
Can you make me a perception check?
Perception.
Yes. Did you get a natural 20? All right. So Dowan, this is very interesting to you because you've never heard of anything like this. You've never seen anything like this. On the wall where the god's symbol is, it's the traditional symbol, right? It's the 3 leaves, with their respectful symbols. But there's a spot underneath it that has been smashed to smithereens and destroyed.
Is it safe to make the assumption that there is a 4th leaf that's been wiped from history, maybe?
You make me an intelligence check.
Okay. 15.
15. From what you can see, either there was another leaf or there was some kind of important inscription underneath it. You can't quite tell which one it was, if it was maybe a portrait, or if it was, again, an inscription, if it was another leaf, if it was an important piece of information. It could be any of those options, really, because knowing throughout history and how it works, usually important things are put under the symbol, like here's a symbol and then here's what we're talking about, so that could be another option, but it's safe to assume there could have been another leaf.
I will go closer and inspect the wall, like very, very up close, and just say to Chloe, stick close to me. Does this ring any bells to you? Like maybe something you've read?
Me? No, I've never seen anything like this. Although that section looks like it was smashed in by a really big mallet.
Yeah.
And that part looks like it was scratched off with like a pickaxe.
Huh. Yeah, Dan was going to take a very close inspection of the wall itself. Oh, fuck, she's rolling.
Okay.
So her
Damn.
eyes get about this fucking big around.
All right. As you're investigating the wall, Chloe like runs her hands across the wall and goes, wait a second, and pushes in a piece of the wall, and the wall shutters and a door opens to a spiral staircase leading down under the ground.
I was just gonna
She,
look at her
she
going.
rolled a natural 20.
Oh!
So-
I am the best child.
You have 2 centaurs and a spiral staircase.
We just need a priest, and we have a joke.
I mean, technically,
Like,
I'm right there.
Calypso came with Darwin and Chloe. Like, I may have spaced out at that part, or did you go with?
She stayed with whoever was the quietest.
Daniel and Fractum.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But Daniel and Fractum walked off towards Uriel, and she wasn't doing that, so she probably just wandered the fuck off. Good luck finding her. She's somewhere inside the building.
Cool.
She's just like, whatever.
Darwin's just gonna be like, cover your ears, and Darwin's gonna shout at the top of his voice, "Found something!"
Yeah, everybody can pretty clearly hear that.
Inside the fort, main room.
Yeah.
Jen, you think that's a ghost or?
Well, never known a ghost to be that loud this early in the evening. So
I was
can-
talking to Daniel Oriel.
Okay, I thought the two were close by. Sorry.
I'm just messing with you. Fractum will look at Oriel and sort of like gesture in the direction.
He nods like, well, if I didn't recognize the voice, I'd say maybe, but he'll kind of look towards Daniel and Sean like, well, go on, they found something. We'll find out what it is. We'll be right behind you.
So they head off towards the fort. Darwin, is there? Do you want to start heading down there, or do you want to wait for the others?
I'm gonna wait for everyone.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So
as a way, Darwin's gonna look over to Chloe. Good job. Well spotted.
to be honest, I'd never felt that smart before.
Kind of like brushes her hair a little bit. You're doing good. Just
Thanks.
keep it up. Probably best that we wait for everyone. We don't exactly want to go into a spiral staircase alone, do we?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can hold off a fair amount of things, but it's always better to have backup.
Inga and Candela, you also heard Darwin call. Do you guys want to head inside? Yes.
Drop whatever swords we'll hold if they didn't follow in.
All right. So, Calypso, do you want to go inside as well?
I think Calypso walked in, saw where they were, and found like a different area, like earlier, found like
Yeah.
a different area to be.
Yeah.
And is now hearing them shout, going, "Do I respond?" Is there anything interesting in this one area that I found?
Yes. You find, where is it? Lots of gravel, lots of dust. There's a lot of cots and old clothes and armor pieces. But on one of the cots is a small, old, dusty, faded stuffed animal. It's seen better days. If you pick it up, there is a small little letter, like in a pocket of it, and it opens up and says, "For Daddy, come home safe."
She just kind of looks around the room with this note in her hand. Do I recognize any of this, like the style? Would I have any idea as to like when this all was last utilized?
Yeah, about 2,000 years ago.
Okay. And this teddy bear looks just as old.
Mm-hmm. It's like almost falling apart at the seams.
Anything else interesting in this room?
Not really, just a bunch of old scraps.
Fine, she'll go back to where everybody else is gathering.
All right. So everybody gathers in to the main room. Dallin and Chloe are standing together with the door open and the spiral staircase heading down. And Chloe says, I found a thing. And Sean goes, that's amazing! And Daniel just goes,
Raktum is going to also do that and then have the mage hand also do the thumbs up so that there's like 3 in a row.
okay.
Does it look pretty dark down this staircase?
It looks a little dark.
All right, I will use that creates a blinding light. Let's not do that.
Yeah, no.
Wait, just do what Calypso would do.
I thought I had like light, but I only have Angler's light, and that will blind everyone for 10 minutes.
Raktum does have light, so if there are people in our group that don't have dark vision, yeah?
I don't.
Yeah, so out of habit, Fractum will just grab like a stone or something, a candle, anything that's like small and fits in the palm of the hand, and then we'll cast light and give it to whoever's closest.
Darwin will say to everyone, well, I'll take up the rear just in case anything creeps up behind us. I'm not the best at perceiving stuff, so anyone who can, see in this sort of light, by all means.
I so want to just like boop your nose and cast light on your nose.
Ah, my face!
Nose reindeer.
Oh no!
I won't though. I'll resist the urge.
I'm looking at my passive perception going, why is it 0? And it's apparently an override got put in to make it 0. And I'm just like,
you can never see shit.
It's
That
14.
explains everything.
I had to get rid of the override that was in there for some reason. It's actually 14. I'm like, why is it 0?
But hey, it would have made sense. You can never really see shit.
What's the order that people would like to go to?
Away from the children.
What?
Away from the children.
I think Dallin is taking the rear.
Dallin is taking the rear.
Fractum has dark vision, but also is not super perceptive, so maybe the middle with wherever. Okay. I'll stay close to Sean and Daniel.
I will head front.
Okay.
I'll be with
Dallin
you.
Okay. Everyone spread out.
I assume Calypso and Inga are also probably closer to the front then.
Sad as much as I hate to say it, my dark vision's pretty fucking good as a siren, so.
I don't have dark vision, I think, as a phoenix.
You should.
It's not on my character sheet.
Is it not?
I know that centaurs don't have centaurs. God, I'm spending too much time with you guys. Fuck's sake.
Mine's from elven blood, I think.
We're slowly ridding you of your accent.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, centaurs don't have dark vision. I know that for sure.
Okay, but I mean, as you guys like kind of start heading down, there is a bit of light at the bottom. as you guys head down, it's what you can see once you all actually gather together is it's a panic room. So it's got a couple candles and stuff like that, and it's like there's this one torch that just lit itself once the door opened. It's some kind of magic spell that, you know, when the door opens, it lights up.
Raise
And
the sword.
yeah, so there's a single cot, small like nightstand, a couple of books, papers and whatnot, but there is what looks like a journal on the cot with a quill set in one of the pages.
Are there any bones or bodies in here?
Nope.
Fractum's gonna go for the walls.
Okay.
I will inspect the journal.
Okay. As you inspect the journal, you can see that this journal was written 2,000 years ago by Fleda Creston herself, the first chiefess of Creston. And in many of her entries, it mainly just explains what she's been doing as the chiefess and whatnot. But the last entry that she has is this.
For the record,
don't-
in case any of this is in a different language, Uriel does speak and read in Elvish.
Yeah. So it says this. I don't understand how all of this has happened. It's like this war has waged overnight. What happened? We were all living together in peace, and suddenly, without warning, words were thrown and prejudice was voiced. We never had an issue getting along up until now. I quickly gathered all my people back to our homeland, hoping to stay out of the war. However, we were swiftly attacked. I had no choice but to recruit thousands upon thousands of men and women to fight for our ranks. I have never seen so much bloodshed. My own hand assistant insisted that she come with me. However, I worry for her safety. It's not safe for her down here at the fort. Tomorrow, I step out and lead the charge. I only pray that the good goddess Batya shows her favor upon me and my people. We will need it. P.S. I hear thunder in the distance. I hope the storm passes quickly. And that's the last thing that she says.
Ever.
And Uriel will, once everyone's inside and we're looking, he'll like read it aloud to everyone. This is right before the storm hit. So we could already hear the thunder. 2,000 years old.
This is what I was talking about, children, when I say words can hurt. No bullying.
Kind of looks over it, like, I mean, granted, it's, you know, it's 2,000 years old, but are there any, like, the specific date? Is there, like, is that survived, or like, is it a date and time that is close to our current date?
No, it's not dated, because from the entries, all the days kind of blend together. It kind of reflects her mental state of kind of being frantic, you know, of like, what day is it? What's happening now?
So this is a war journal. She doesn't really have much detailing before the fighting started.
Yeah.
Is there a way to like? Is there any way to sort of determine like how, like, through the entries, how long this fighting went?
You can't really tell. It's really hard to tell. Without the dates, you don't know.
So so earlier entries are like, we've started fighting, something happened, da, 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 da. And then the last one
it's
is
like the entry started out with today was a great day. I was able to help my people with this issue. You know, the next day was I met with the other leaders. Things were getting a little weird. Next entry, people started getting really angry out of nowhere. I'm really concerned for this. Next, and it progresses.
But like, no one's outright named as the cause of the.
Yeah.
It's like people seem generally angry.
Yeah.
He'll sort of hold the journal and then slip the coin out from his neck piece. She called to you before the fight. That's odd. I know you're her people's goddess primarily, but war isn't your handle. At least it isn't now. It's strange. Do I see any like Leishman symbology, anything like that?
Mm-mm. Not in her journal, at least.
Did Fractum find anything on the walls?
No.
Okay.
Just you do find actually roll me investigation.
So I had rolled a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, you do find on one of the walls a small patch of tally marks that have been etched into the wall.
What is the sum?
At least 25.
Mm.
But you don't know if it's 25 minutes, 25 days, 25 months.
525,600 minutes.
I like how you had to pause and they're like, what was the number again?
525,600 minutes.
I'll share that with whoever's closest, which I'm assuming is Calypso, since they're keeping away from people.
Calypso is just like looking around this room to see if there's anything else that might be interesting that's not just a bunch of papers on the desk. So probably.
Calypso, take a look at this, if you don't mind.
Someone was busy.
I would argue the opposite.
Question is, what were they tracking?
Perhaps some of the paperwork here can explain that. After that journal entry, I'd say that maybe somebody was waiting until everything calmed down.
Waiting for what?
A safe reprieve, perhaps? It does mention a handmaiden in the journal entry.
Does it mention in the journal? Does it mention her a name for the handmaiden, or even in like earlier notations? And
Sorry, say that again.
does the notebook contain any like? Does it ever name the handmaiden?
No.
Okay. I'll look through the papers and see if I can glean anything else.
Well, December.
Is there anything else in this room that's not like the tallies or the papers or anything that might be just interesting?
There's nothing really else of importance in here. There's a couple of like books, but it's more for like entertainment. So there's like some like fantasy and then like informational, you know, just stuff to pass the time. But yeah, nothing special.
Well, I know who might know who this handmaiden was, but we'd have to go back to Creston to ask.
I'm a pocket a book or two.
Okay.
1,000-year-old book, you know, might be an interesting read. I'm definitely pocketing the journal.
Okay.
And the fancy quill.
Did the papers have anything remotely interesting on them?
A little bit. One paper has like a rations list, to make sure that everybody has food, everybody has water, just to make sure everybody's got what they need.
Okay.
Another paper is inventory. Another paper is a map with some lines on it, really faded over time. You could probably guess that that's some sort of like war maneuvers, being plotted out.
Okay. I will grab all those and I will slip them into my backpack. What do I have? I have something.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you head back up? No? Okay. Yeah, so you guys come back up the spiral staircase. And as you head back into the main hub, there is a figure standing at the entrance of the door, at the entrance of the fort, with a dark cloak, and she takes it off her head, and has this beautiful curled blonde hair and blue eyes, and she kind of scoffs a little bit and just goes, "Oh, great. Another thing to get in my way." And that's where we're going to leave the session for tonight.
Yay!
God fucking damn
To
it.
be continued.
Yay!
Manual.
Quick question.
Yes.
We haven't leveled up in a while.
Yes, you may level up.
Hey.
Hey, for a fight.
Ryan, you're such a bully when it comes to leveling up.
It
Can
wasn't
I
a bully. It was a genuine question. We haven't leveled up since I think before we even started our trek to where we're going. So
So wait, are we level 5 now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
if I ever am being a bully, though, let me.
I just laugh at the fact that level 5 gives me destroy undead.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Like,
uh,
consider our current location.
I have stunning strike now. I could paralyze a fucker with my hands.
I have 2 attacks now.
Me too. Not too tight.
It's me 3.
And now I can consider my branching out into Paladin. Granted, it's gonna be like 3 entire levels in Paladin, but Thematicism.
I can spend a key point to try and stun someone when I punch them.
Yes.
I'm just waiting until I reach that one monk trait where my fists become magical.
Thanks, guys.
I completely zonked out for that last 20 minutes.
You're all right.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. So thank you everybody who watched Secrets of Pandora. I'll have it uploaded this weekend. Make sure you tune in for Star Wars on Wednesday and Tales of Yggdrasil on Thursday. Love you so much. You have a great rest of your night. Mwah. Bye.
Ooh.